countdown.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a countdown to the New Year's coming up. I like the music.
Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Bim, bam, boom. Yeah,
Yeah.
countdown to New Year. 10,
That's
9,
right.
old Lang Syne.
Old Cy Young.
Old Cy Young.
That's
That's a great song, actually.
It's kind of a Bahasa term. So
Well,
anyway,
welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome,
Yeah.
welcome to the
right.
New Year's edition.
New Year. Every day's a new day, and pretty soon a new year's coming up. That's cool. And we're Wise Old Bastards still, just in case you forgot about us. And Beer Hunters International as well. Don't forget that. And speaking of beer hunting, we're going to be doing some of that pretty soon.
Oh,
And
Beer
I
Hunter's
found
good,
something.
yeah. A nice one. Ooh.
Little thing from Ireland. Actually, this came from Ireland. Not like that fake Stella Artois. It's supposed to be from Belgium and it was made in America, made in U.S. But this
Well,
was actually made in Ireland.
Actually, I don't have my beer fridge stocked up here yet, so.
Oh no,
That's
you're in the
right.
record store, back in the store. And we have some of this, of course, Beer Hunters International. Everybody check it out. Alan's been posting up more stuff lately. So
There's going
that's
to be,
good.
starting in the new year, there's going to be a new flurry of activity for posting and stuff. We got some background changes going on in admin. So we got the producers back. The producer's back.
We got a
She'll be
producer
posting-
again?
Yeah, she'll be posting stuff.
All right, that'll be good.
So New
And-
Year's and resolutions, right?
I think the first resolution is on the 4th of January, we go to Puerto Vallarta.
I think we can keep that resolution.
Yeah.
I think we can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might not be going now. I just realized. I looked at my ticket, and I realized I got to get up at like 3 in the fucking morning to get to the airport on time to go on holiday.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Exactly. That's
What
bad.
happened?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, tonight I was just booking all the flights to go back to Malaysia. Shit, man. And the hotels and the flights and then they had to do a layover and oh God, it's a pain in the rear. And then from Singapore back to Malaysia. Oh, you
When are you guys heading back out? 12, 13,
middle
13.
of January.
Yeah.
Actually, just a couple days after we get back from Mexico, I'm flying off to San Francisco. It's not going to be that much fun. That kind of
San
sucks.
Francisco? Or just to fly through, or are you going to hang out there?
Yeah,
for a
fly
while?
through. But I have to spend the night because of the, typical 9 in the morning flight from San Francisco. So there's no flights that can match that from Phoenix or whatever. So
The one good thing about flying to Asia out of Vancouver, is all of the flights are between like midnight and 2 in the morning. And they all connect through, so you land and you're connecting 5, 6 in the morning in Asia, wherever you land. And then so you're by mid-morning or by noon, you're wherever you were trying to get to.
actually, that's a good point.
And you're drinking by 3. So it's, of course, you've been drinking the whole time. So I guess that doesn't
Yeah, I
mean
mean, you
much,
don't
really.
normally, they get free booze on the plane, so you might as well take advantage of it.
That's
Helps you
also
sleep on
true.
the plane.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But hey, is 2025 going to be a great year or a shit year? I'm not sure. I had one of my customers come in today, and he weirded me out a little bit. He said, "Do you have a measuring tape?" I said, "Yes, I have a measuring tape." "Give me your measuring tape." Okay, here's my measuring tape. And he asked, "How old are you?" I said, "Okay." Told him I'm 60.
Can't remember.
Right, yeah.
Too old, we can't remember.
Yeah, I think I'm 60, 61, 60 something, right? So he takes the tape measure and he pulls it up, 60 inches, right? And he said, so the average life expectancy for someone, like you can still be moving around and enjoy doing shit, is going to be maybe 75. You might live longer, but up to 75, you'll be able to be running around having fun. So he said, here's what you already had. Here's what you got left. What are you going to do with it? So what the fuck? So I gave him the keys. I threw him the keys to my car, my house, and the store. And I said, I'm going to fucking Mexico. And I walked out the door and he's like, hey, what? So, but that was what a graphic
true.
way of reminding you. You can take that two ways. You can take it as that's pretty fucking morbid. Or it's like, oh yeah, reminds you, do what you want to do.
Mm,
Do what you want to do.
that's right.
Hopefully, it's not going to be fucking too many other people up very badly. So maybe don't do all of that, everything you want to do, but do what you want to do that's not so bad for other people for doing to them to do for you to do when you do it.
That makes a whole lot of sense. A little bit, anyway.
I need
somewhere
a
in
beer.
there.
I need a beer. A beer would
need a
make
beer.
it would make it
We
smooth,
would-
make it smooth
Yeah,
and understandable.
and we would understand better. But no, it's true. Really, you're correct. I was thinking about that too. I mean, when we're getting wise old bastards, the old is in there. How much older will we have left? I know we've gone a lifespan, unless the lifespan expands through the other stuff we were talking about a few episodes ago, where
Drugs.
life could be unlimited if you had certain things with telomeres and all that stuff, if you could live forever. But since we can't live forever at this point in time, we've lived through probably 2/3 of our life. We got maybe a third left to go.
So there you go. New Year's resolution. Write this down somewhere. Somebody somewhere. If you can't live forever, you better live for fun.
That's right. Live for fun.
Hey, that's not
Live
bad.
for today, live for tomorrow, because tomorrow hopefully will come. So enjoy it. But live in the present for sure. Don't worry about the past. That is true. Don't worry about the past. Past is history. Can't do anything about it. So it's better to live for today and tomorrow and next day and every day you got. Okay? And enjoy it. Live for fun. Live to
Okay.
enjoy it.
Live to enjoy. So, how does one enjoy the world in 2025 when it looks like it's not going to make it much past like March or April until the world is like done? So
Yeah,
what do you
according
do for
to the
those
climate
few months?
activists, we're all gone in another couple of weeks. We were supposed to be gone like 10 years ago, I think.
Oh, so the
Climate
climate will
guys.
take a little longer. I don't think the climate's going to get a chance to whack us.
No,
I
no,
think,
no.
I think global wars will whack us first. So what you got to do is you
course.
got to have some planning, because if we just said you got to live for fun, and if the world's going to end on March 17th at about 3-4 o'clock, so you've got 3 good months ahead. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? So we're going to go to Mexico first, and we're going to go beer hunting, which is
Yep.
it's a what we say, it's a career. It's
Yeah.
but it's also it's fun. We're
That's
going to
right.
enjoy doing that. So that'll be good, but that's not for very long. This is kind of a short trip. I got to get back
That's
to
a
some
week.
store things going on here.
Yeah.
So that brings us more or less to middle of January. So we got middle of Feb, middle of March. Got 2 months left after that before the world's done. So what do you do for
Don't
those next
forget.
2 months?
We got 2 New Years. Don't forget.
Oh, the Chinese New Year. That's a good one.
Chinese New Year is coming
Yep.
in too. So we got our
Or Lunar
regular
New Year,
New
yeah.
Year plus Chinese New Year coming in and end of January. So we got 2 New Years. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then so we have 3 months from the end of that New Year then. So we just bought another month. It's going to be end of April.
Yeah, there
now.
we go.
So you got some time. You got plenty. You don't have to plan.
Oh, we
Take
got-
your time.
Don't worry.
Take your
Have
time.
a beer. Cheers.
Cheers. No,
Cheers to the
no.
end of the world. I mean, if it's the end of the world, what the hell we're going to do? Might as well drink through it because, it's gone.
Actually, that's one thing I've often wondered. Like, if you say, okay, oh my God, we just found there's an asteroid, meteor, a Martian, whatever the fuck we see is coming. We know the end of the world is on this date. We can see it coming, right? So, all right, there's only, what are you going to do? You can't save yourself, right? So what are you going to do? You can party, but how do you party? How do you find some fucker who's willing to work on the end of the year? Like that guy.
Yeah, I got to earn those extra $20 just in case that asteroid misses it.
Everyone else is hungover and he's just counting his cash.
Yeah, exactly. That would be different, but yeah, that's true.
Oh, I guess there you go. We've gone from something that should be, it is a positive. The new year is a new year, but
Yeah,
what would you actually do if you knew that the world was like she done? What do you do? We kind of touched on this before about prepping and things, but it's no, I don't want to talk about it.
yeah.
No.
I'd rather talk about the good stuff. I mean, if you don't want to bury yourself in a hole like a mole or those gophers I was I was getting rid of. Had another episode, mole hunting.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're talking about instead is here's this. Now here,
Yeah.
we need help from the audience. So Puerto Vallarta, it's a fun town. It's a fun town. It's a great place. What they do not have yet is like a decent record shop with a bar in it. So where in Puerto Vallarta should we open a Red Rum Records branch with a bar and a couple of records in it? Now, the problem is on the beach is too expensive. It just is already in Puerto Vallarta. Going to some nowhere town, middle of nowhere, no point having a record store in your bar in the middle of nowhere. So it's got to be like in town. So we're going to be staying somewhere in behind the Walmart. I wonder if maybe up in that area. Wonder what's going on in there.
I don't know. I don't remember that part of town actually, but I remember. Was it Sam's? We were there. But no, I don't remember that part of town.
We spent some time there, but you had a meeting or something. So you
okay, yeah. One time, yeah.
Found another good taco shack, man. It's pretty good.
Ooh, get some more tacos.
Found,
we have to.
There's a
we have to go back to Mama Leone's. We have to
we'll
go back to Mama Leone's. Yeah.
But here's another question now. So I found a little cartel bar and casino.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
The smart thing to do is just stay the fuck away from there. Don't even walk on the same side of the street as that. Or do we go in there for Beer Hunters International, do some filming, and get shot in the head?
Well, we got to give them some free merchandise, and they probably won't shoot us. They'll probably buy us a beer. I don't know.
I wonder
There's
if I want to mess
cartel
with
bar there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that it's alcohol's not the only substance that moves through that particular. I think we'll stay away from that for the.
Yeah, no. We stay with the beer part. Beer hunters, not the other hunters.
We're not hunting hunters.
We're not going to hunt the cartel. No,
just felt like we'd be sitting in a cartel bar, and that'd be the first one that Trump decided to hit with a missile. Oh, fuck's sake. Boom. Oh, come on, man. Out of all the
short
places
career.
You're gonna hit, out of all of them, there's thousands.
Yeah.
Why'd you pick this one?
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll stay away from that one.
Yeah. But we'll hit a few. And I heard we're doing some island hopping over there. That would be fun.
Yeah, we're going to hit some islands. We're going to hit some beaches. We're also, what we're probably going to do is on one of the days, or a couple of the days, we're going to try and rent some of the buggies, the Baja buggies.
Okay.
And we're going to drive up to that mining town, which is no more mining. So it's like it's a local tourist town now.
Oh, okay.
So that sounds like fun. It's like up in the rainforest mountain part. Sweet.
Oh, okay. In the backside. Okay.
Yeah. Go up there, have some beers and mosquitoes.
That'd be a lot more fun. Mosquitoes I'm not too crazy about, but.
I think what we'll just basically where we seem to have the most success is when we don't plan it. If we just take ourselves, get these buggies or cars, whatever we get, and we just drive. We'll just go off into the smaller towns, go into the barrios, go into the local parts of town, just like rock into some places, have some beers, see what kind of stories. See if after a couple of beers, your Spanish starts to get rolling again. We can start to get their stories.
It should get better. It takes me like a couple days before I can crank up my Espanol.
Yeah, your Espanol is okay, la, when you do that.
Yeah, it works. Está bien. Hey, so 2025, starting in Mexico. I mean, actually, before we starting in Mexico, we're not going to start till the 4th. So we have the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So what's going to happen on New Year's Eve, which is, I believe, tomorrow? Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So you're working tomorrow at the record store? You having a record bash or something?
No, we're not this year. We were considering doing it, but it's really weird here. So someone said there was a comment the other day. So the transit, the trains and SkyTrain and buses and everything are free on New Year's Eve, right?
Okay.
And there's a lot of commentary going back and forth saying, "Oh, it's fantastic, man!" But everyone's starting to say, "But wait, What does that do? There's nothing. Where are you going to go? There's nowhere to go. People are complaining there's nowhere to go in Vancouver on New Year's Eve. By that, they mean that there used to be big fireworks display down at the seawall, the waterfront, but they ended that some years ago.
Really?
I'm not sure, was it a COVID thing? They never got started again. Don't even know what they did. But the problem is here's, there's a saying in Chinese called Busan Busi, right? So that means not 3, not 4. So it just means it's in between. It's just not right. So in the wintertime here, it's not cold enough to be like a magical ski destination with snow and, beautiful postcard stuff, right? It's not like Mexico where it's shorts and t-shirt weather drinking on the beach. It's like hovering around freezing and it rains. We're in the middle of our rainy season. So stuff like that, the outdoor fireworks display, stuff like that, it's kind of nice to watch, except half the time you can't see it because it's cloudy. So all you're boom, boom, you see little lights in the clouds.
Oh, really?
Man, it's wet and miserable and fuck. It's just so it's more of an inside, go to bars and clubs or wherever you go. It's not an outdoor thing. I wonder what we're missing in Puerto Vallarta. We were considering going down for New Year's, but hey, we're cheap old bastards. We should have that's another episode, another part of our show, another channel. It's cheap old bastards.
Cheap old
difference in price for the hotels and flights.
Yeah, of course.
Are ridiculous. Of course they are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more power to you. If you can charge it and get the money to do it, you make your money. But I wonder if they have a spectacular fireworks display, or is it just everyone's down on the Melicon just partying, having fun? I don't know. Maybe they'll still be sleeping on there when we get down there, sleeping on the beaches. And
Mexicans start a bit late, so maybe they'll crank up the fireworks by the time we get there.
Could be. It'll be interesting to see.
No, that's a good point. We have no idea. We've never spent, New Year's Eve around Mexico or any of that stuff. I mean, and here is Flagstaff's nothing much. You got a bunch of little pubs and stuff, which is fine. Small town, but we have a pine cone drop instead of a ball. They use a pine cone, right? And the tallest building in the place is about 5 stories. It's not much of a drop, They just have a bit of crane and it goes and then stops. It's like, okay, Happy New Year.
Are you guys going out for that?
No, we're even too cold. Actually, it's very warm this time of year, but no, my kids are going out, but I'm not going out. But we did it. And Flagstaff is classic, right? They have 2 shows, one at 10 o'clock, just for the old guys, for old farts that don't want to stay up till midnight. And then they have the real one at 12 o'clock at night.
They say it's for kids, but it's not. Not for kids.
It is not.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, no, I think we'll just sit in. Even though, like I said, the last time we did see it, it was freezing cold, snowing, it was freezing, but it was a fun first time. Watch the same old cone drop again. It's like, blah, blah, blah.
See, that's the thing. That's what gets me about New Year's Eve. So it's an arbitrary line that you draw yourself, like from the past to the next stage. So it could have been on Tuesday, but we're saying it's going to be New Year's Eve. New Year starts. Everything's new. The celebrations, even the fireworks. I think the last couple of years it's interesting because we have some of the drone displays. I think those are way more interesting because you can program it and it can do stuff, and each one can be different. Yeah. With fireworks, it's I mean, there's skill involved in designing your fireworks and how it's going to show, but they're still basically the same. It's going to be the big palm tree one, the little boom one, and different colors.
And then the streaky
ones.
ones.
It's hard to do like a design, right? So the drone ones. I've never actually seen one of those big drone displays in person, like in the sky, how big they are, how spectacular. I mean, I saw just a little clip of they were practicing, getting ready for the one they're going to do in Dubai, I think it was. It's going to be pretty spectacular. That looked pretty wild. Yeah, I think that's a good use of technology.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's something brand new, right? You're correct. I mean, I heard a few of those drop out, and hit somebody and somebody got hit in the head or something with it. Every once in a while, if you fall out, they don't run out of battery or something, then malfunction.
Man, you probably shouldn't be like watching it from right underneath. Huh?
Hey, remember that time in KL at your place, and we had the fireworks? Yeah, and that was like
Hit by the
shooting
fireworks.
right at your place. Oh God, excuse me.
That
Oh, that
that
was
was
wild. I mean, it was like coming in the window.
that was
It was
close and
like,
personal. That was
yeah, that was
that
really,
was. Yeah.
yeah, that was wild. But that was interesting.
So if we were there today, we'd be what, batting the drones? Like fuck. Just the drones would be flying around the balcony there.
Get a baseball bat, whack whack. They come in, flying through the window. What?
Yeah, I wonder if that's next, right?
Yeah.
You get like in my house, like, I had that duck come in. I wonder if the next time I'm gonna open the door and a drone's some lost drone gonna be flying around. What the fuck is it? It's an Amazon drone. It can't find. I'm Unit 67. It's looking
lost.
for 68. It's like what? What are you doing, man?
Yeah, that's true. That's probably the next stage is where they start, packages instead of coming UPS will come by drone all the time, just boom boom, chopping things off, flying through the door, ding dong ding. Ding.
It's. I'm all for progress and change. I really am. I like change. I don't like things to be static. So I'm going to be one of those weird old guys who is not mad at change. I don't know. I'm going to have to learn how to get mad at change because apparently when you're old, you're not allowed to like change or something. I like it, but I look at it as like, okay, drone delivery. Already in the first world countries anyway, we already have too much stuff. Everybody's got too much stuff.
True.
Right? And it's a fairly recent phenomenon. So I think you can really trace it back to like when China started opening up, right? So when Deng Xiaoping opened China and everyone started rushing into China and the factories got bigger and the volumes got bigger and you looked at the amount of stuff that's produced. Now everyone all over the world has got like cheap ass junk, right? So much cheap ass junk. And it's not on. I'm not saying anything about China. They made it. We wanted it. We bought it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like
You want
okay,
cheap
now,
stuff.
Now everyone's got so much crap. So if you say that now the drone delivery starts already, I live in a city where we've got 2-hour Amazon delivery now, right? So you want fucking anything is like in 2 hours they deliver it to you. It's almost as fast as getting off your ass and going to the store now, right?
Wow.
But it makes it's frictionless. It's too easy. It's just too easy.
Yeah.
And you
That's
end up buying stuff that you don't. Not only you don't need, you end up buying stuff you don't even want.
Yeah.
It's just like a couple of beers. What's that? Oh, yeah, click one button. You click now. You don't even have to fill in anything out. Just click to buy. Boom. It's like, I don't know. What did I do? I don't know, man. While you're still drinking, bing bong, door to, what's that? What the
usual.
Fuck? What? I bought a 6-pack of spatulas at 2 a.m. Like, what the fuck? What did I need 6 spatulas for? What was I watching? What was I doing? You know?
Yeah, that's true. It's easy to hit the wrong button too. But I heard the story that Temu. There was a big Temu factory that went up in flames in China or something, and they lost about $60.50 or something.
Yeah.
Temu is pretty discounted.
The only thing that I see positive in terms of trade for the coming year is the only thing that I think has been weird is the rise of Temu and AliExpress and some guys like that, where they ship directly in from China, so it's all duty free, right? Because it's below a certain level.
Oh, okay.
Right. So in the States, it's actually it was quite high. I don't know if you guys are going to maintain it, but you had like up to I think like $800 worth of something before you had to pay duty on something.
Don't know.
Personal exemptions or something, right?
Yeah. I guess.
So it turned out to like instead of having to, so if you bring in a container load, it's worth more than $800. So you have to pay your duty and taxes and everything on that. So if you just they ship it, shipping's got cheap enough now that they can actually ship something to you directly from China, and there's no duty, they don't charge the sales tax or anything on it. So it's like, there you go,
Right.
it's cheap.
Mm.
So I think they're going to actually have a bit of an interesting time. So I don't know if Temu is going to disappear or just like move upscale to those more expensive stuff, like Costco style, where it's a great deal, but it's on good stuff, right? I don't know. Don't know which way they're going to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is, and I think this is one of the things you pointed out, that for Christmas and stuff, right? You don't usually get people what they need in Christmas anymore. That was the old days. Okay, you needed shoes. I got you shoes for Christmas. So we talked about that. Okay, normally you have enough money, you get your kids what you need, and when it comes to kind of Christmas time, you go, what do we get them? They have everything they need. Okay, but do they need something? Should we get them something they just want that's besides what they need? So I mean, it's tough. I mean, we always went through that. For me, Christmas shopping is usually grocery store stuff. Okay, this kid loves this kind of cereal. Okay, wrap some cereal up or something stupid. I was walking in Walmart to get something, and I walked through the soap aisle, and I see these bottles of liquid soap, Old Spice, but it had a bear on it, and this funny name, and a Kraken, and something else. It had all these different varieties of really strange soap. That's something for the kids. It's just get a bunch of soaps with like bears and wolves and krakens and all kinds of shit. It's like something they didn't have, and something they can use, right? So,
well, I told you about one of my, but I don't think we had a wise old bastard since then. When my kids tortured me at Christmas.
Yeah. Tell that one. I heard you had beer in a cage.
Yeah, so one
beer
of it was actually. Yeah, it's a combination of something that's like the junk throwaway stuff that you shouldn't get, you don't need, but combined with something really good. So basically I opened up this present, and it's a little wire cage. And inside this cage, there are 4 really nice beers inside this cage. And there's a padlock on the cage, right? I'm like, okay. And it comes with a set of cards, just like Trivial Pursuit, And all these cards are beer questions. Beer was first brewed in where? Multiple choice. And what temperature is brewed, whatever. And there's like a lot. There's like 60, 70, 80 cards or something, like a whole bunch, right? And then each card, when you get the correct answer, you fill out this form. It's like with a cryptogram. So you get your answer, and then it's like, okay, put the third letter of the second word on this box, and then put this one. It's like, so you go through all of that, and it's like, I was about 15 minutes away from getting a crowbar, but I got it. I got it. I opened it, and I got into the beers. And I thought, that's something, That's something. That's
okay,
not bad.
Question.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to open the damn cage? 2 hours? 3 hours?
It took me 3 beers.
3 beers?
So I had other beers. I wasn't going to just wait for that to open that cage on Christmas Day.
It took you 3 beers to get 4.
It took me 3 beers to get 4. So it was a pretty good deal. It's good math.
You had to go out and get beers just to get your locked beer.
Yeah. No, it was fun. It was good. That's a something. That's a something. And I'll keep those cards. So maybe I'll bring them down to Mexico. We can actually. I'm not bringing the cage to Mexico. We'll just be, I don't know, answering questions and drinking beers along the way or something.
Okay. Trivial Pursuit.
But hey, we can rip off this idea and make the Wise Old Bastards version. Make our own questions, our own cards. Hey,
why not?
Hey, yeah.
And what do we lock up though?
In a couple of weeks, it'll be something on there. We'll have this figured out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. That sounds fun. We gotta lock up something.
That's something. But it's going to be,
I mean,
it's really weird. Usually, I don't pay a lot of attention to New Year's. To me, the 31st and the 1st are just 2 days in a row. It's not.
Yeah. It's another year.
doesn't change. I mean, every single day, every second, things are changing. I don't, no big difference on that. I tried the last couple of years. I've made some resolutions. I never used to bother with that, but I've made some, just a couple of resolutions and things that have worked. It's been okay, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm thinking, why am I going to wait until January 1 to start doing something? If I think it's good, I should start doing it now. And if I think it's something bad I want to stop, I should just stop now. Why am I waiting until then? The only thing I heard, though, I had another one of my customers come in and say, "Oh, hey, what are you doing in the next few days?" And I said, I'm working, and I'm going to Mexico City. He said, "What? You've got a free ride, a free pass, and you're not doing anything?"
A free pass or what?
I said, "Free pass? What are you talking about?" He said, "Look, man, it's clear. It's clear as shit, man. Right now, after Christmas, Santa is a tired old fuck. He's on a beach in Tahiti somewhere taking a break. So he's not going to start his nice and naughty list until January 1 at least. So between Christmas and New Year, you've got like a free ride. Do whatever the fuck you want." I'm like, is this true? Is this true?
Actually, I was just watching The Simpsons a couple days. Was it yesterday or so with my kids? And we watched a movie, right? And it was a movie called The Red One. Okay, it's with The Rock, and it's about Santa Claus and kind of a military thingy and some evil queen Christmas witch or some shit. It was okay movie, not bad. It was pretty good. I mean, it's not something you rave about, but it was entertaining. That's what a movie is. It's entertaining. Yeah. A lot of action and stuff, right? And a bit of comedy, so it was pretty good. Anyway, at the end of it, okay, we ended up watching Simpsons because one more show, it was getting late, so we wanted to watch a Christmas show from The Simpsons. We watched this show, and it's about had these three little. It was a Christmas show about three little segments of Simpsons, and the last segment was, the grandpa, right? The grandpa was really pissed at Santa. He wanted to get Santa. He's really angry at Santa. It's like, what the hell's going on? Why would you be angry at Santa? Oh, Santa, betrayed me or something like that. It's like, so he goes to this whole story about when he was in like World War II as a bomber or a pilot with his brother. He's got a brother. I didn't know. Oh. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I did not know that.
His grandpa has a brother, and they were flying together, and they were in like the Navy pilots, right? And they were flying in the South Pacific and like Midway or whatever, some battle in the South Pacific. So him and his brother were flying around and shooting, and they were shooting the enemy, and the brother got shot down right over the waters and stuff. And then Abe, and actually Abe was with the Monty guy, the rich
Burns.
Old guy that's there, Burns. Yeah. And that was like his co-pilot or whatever. So the whole movie was about, this little show is about that. So he was angry, he was shot, shooting all these guys, but then he got shot down too. So he ended up in an island with Burns, Monty Burns. And the other one just was in the water, got shot down. The grandpa didn't know him. So I love this show. So anyway, it was a big thing about him and Burns, getting all upset and all that shit. And, Burns is a shit asshole. Anyway, guess what happens? Santa Claus comes to the island, and Monty Burns shoots him down because they still have a gun, So he shoots down Santa Claus. Santa Claus lands on it. Okay. Oh, Santa Claus. They fix up his sleigh with the parts of the plane that they were still wreckage of. So Santa Claus flies off. Well, actually, he's not. He was supposed to fly off, but birds took it, took the plane. So Grandpa grabbed one of the reindeers. It was not all of the reindeers hooked up to the sleigh. It was like one or two. So he grabbed him and got Monty Burns back and beat him up and shit, and then gave Santa the sleigh. I said, okay. Santa said, I'll come back and get you. Give me 1 day or 2 days. I'll be right back and get you. Oh, okay. Santa forgot to get him. He's all pissed off. So he ended up back in, Homer's house and stuff. And he's got this candy cane that's all sharpened up. He's, I'll go get Santa Claus. When he comes down the chimney, it's like, and then the kids are like, oh, Santa Claus is here. It's like, and then he talks to Santa Claus. Oh, who's going to you betrayed me and all that and all that. So Santa goes, no, well, what are you doing? Your brother's still alive. What? Because he didn't know. He just got shut down. Your brother's still alive and well. I'll take you to him. Sorry about not picking you up. I really feel bad, but I'll take you to your brother. So he was like, and the next thing you know, you see the brother, him, and Santa Claus on the beach in Tahiti. That's why I was talking about this Tahiti. Okay, so him and the brother, they're all laying there. It's like, the brother ended up beached in Tahiti and never wanted to leave, so he stayed there, right? And then the brother goes, I'm sorry I never contacted you. And here's my 10 wives or something. A bunch of kids and 10 wives. And the grandpa goes, oh man, you must have lots of sex here. He goes, no, I'm married. I told you they're wives. They're not girlfriends. It's on The Simpsons. And 10 wives. It's like, you must be having a lot of sex. They're wives. They're not girlfriends. No. Merry Christmas.
Is that what we have to look forward to in 2025?
Oh, I don't know. But it's The Simpsons. The Simpsons foretells a lot of stuff. I don't know.
It's true. Simpsons are never wrong, man. Oh,
yeah, they haven't been. They've had a great record of predicting future. So, but anyway, for us wise old bastards, what does that leave us? 2025. What is it going to leave us? But wise old bastards and beer hunters, we're starting out right? First thing we're doing within the first couple of days, heading on down to Puerto Vallarta just for a beer hunting excursion or expedition. Yep. Okay, so. And yep. if you're one of our subscribers or listeners, you want to come down and meet us, we're there. We'll be there somewhere. And I'm sure we're going to be doing a podcast and down there as well. And
what we'll make a pledge that the next podcast that we do, we'll put at least, I promise you, at least 2.5, maybe even 3 minutes of planning before we start. So
really? Come on. We'll be in Mexico in a pub and we'll go, okay, let's start. Okay.
Okay, so I lied. I broke my resolution already before I started.
I just hope we can upload it within 5 hours instead of 12 or something. Like last time.
Yeah, last time was a bit of a thing there. Of a thing.
Yeah, because if we do it in the pub and it doesn't upload, we'll have to stay in the pub all night long. Just upload the damn thing. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Beer Hunters International.
Yeah,
come,
it's just fine.
Enjoy.
That's fine. Yeah, you know what? We're talking about 2025 and New Year's. I guess it's weird. Like I said, I'm excited. I don't even know how to say this. I'm excited about the next year of what's coming up, things I'm going to be doing. But 2025 itself, when you say, 2025 is coming in, it's like, I'm not excited by 2025. I'm excited by doing things, but I'm not excited by 2025. I don't understand.
I think it's individual, right? We all have plans on what we're going to do and stuff. Some people, I have certain things I'm doing in Southeast Asia and another project, blah, blah, blah. Plus we're trying to kick off a lot more beer hunters at the same time. So we got a lot of things that we're jostling about because we have to integrate the stores and what our physical jobs that we're working because the sponsors, our sponsors haven't really paid us very much yet. Hint, hint, hint. But we got to really work on this. But at the same time, I think 2025, I think can't be worse than what we've been going through the past few years. So usually economy, when it dips, it starts picking back up. And I think there's a lot of things happening in the USA with a new administration, dodgeball, whatever, and all these things that should help spur the economy, and we're hoping. But of course, it takes time too. It's not going to happen early January. It takes several months before things start kicking around. But I think economically, I think most of this will spur a lot of business and stuff. So hopefully 2025 economically will be a start of something good. But we got to wait and see. You never know. That's the whole thing. Hey, another question over you. Is the postal strike still on or over?
Yes.
That's the thing where it's over?
Yes. But it's still
Over.
on. No, it's over, but it's still, so the post office they've got to go through their backlog of billions of parcels, right? Were jammed up in warehouses and things, right? These guys at Christmas, I get it. That's when they had their most leverage, but these guys, it's like they just buggered up so many small businesses. I mean, people on a personal level, it wasn't as horrible because Christmas cards are not as big a thing as they used to be, right? For sending cards.
point.
So if the post office is down, you didn't get my card, it's not the end of the world for you. And if, post office is closed, I can't buy this, that. So every fucker went to Amazon. And Amazon ate Christmas this year.
Oh, yeah.
So small businesses across Canada lost tens or hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. So you couldn't ship it, right? It's like no way to get it to people. So that was like, thanks a fucking lot, guys. I appreciate that. Actually, I don't.
Yeah.
Because it affected me, right?
Exactly.
Was it better for the overall universe? Maybe. I don't know. But for me, it fucking sucked. Okay. There's that. Then all of the courier companies made a fortune because all the volume that people tried to shift over into couriers. So the couriers got jammed up and late. So I have in my busiest Christmas season, I have 4 different big shipments of records that were supposed to be in my place weeks before Christmas. 4 of them still not here now today. So it's like, that's another big chunk of business that I didn't do because it wasn't here to sell, because it was jammed up, because the systems were overloaded. So thanks again, guys. Support you in what you're doing.
Yeah. But no, it's, I mean, this is I guess something that happens all the time in terms of governmental things that, if you go on strike, okay, is it good? Do you really need to be on strike? But what is the real effect of this on the people that you're supposed to serve? I think one of the biggest ones was air traffic controllers. Remember those guys tried to go on strike? It's like, hell no, you can't go on strike. You want to go on strikes? You are essential part. We need the airplanes flying. You need personnel on there. You can't do everything by computer. It has to have people. So you basically either, if you go on strike, you physically go on strike, you're out. Replace it with somebody else. You have to have people. You can't just shut down all the airports like they did in COVID.
There's nothing is easy in life. It's, you can, if you have like super strong religious beliefs, life is simple for you because you look at life just through that lens and everything is simple for you. But for real people who pay a little more attention to what's going on, nothing's that simple. There's more than 2 sides to every story. So unions are one of the reasons that the UK and then the United States became world powers, is because their workers managed to get enough rights that they would work freely and willingly and had enough money to spend to put back into the system. So it was like very important. Pulled the countries out of medieval serfdom. Without unions, things wouldn't be the same. So yes, to get it down from a 9-day work week to a 5-day work week, okay, they had their place. But now, I mean, like I said on our last podcast, I'm worried the next things are now Air Canada flight attendants are putting TV ads out talking about how horrible their lives are.
Oh,
and
come
on. Nurses are having a much more effective campaign. They're showing how wonderful they are right? How the wonderful work they
Yeah,
do without them. But I
that's
mean,
true.
they didn't have any commercials months ago for any of that shit. So they're the next strikes coming up, right? They're just trying to build up some goodwill ahead of time. At least they're smarter than the Post guys. They didn't try and trick us into thinking they were magic and make us feel sorry for them. But I mean, so we'll go back to that. Say so union stuff. I mean, when you go into a job, you know, unless the job changes on you. So if I go in there and so I go to the post office, I'm gonna get a job. Hey, can I have a job? Yeah, you can have a job. What am I gonna do? Oh man, no problem. You're gonna be like driving around a golf cart and drinking hot coffee all day. Oh, that's cool. I'll take the job. As soon as I take the job, here's your 50-pound bag. It's snowing. Go deliver the mail. Hey, where's my fucking golf cart? Where's my hot coffee? You tricked me. Okay, maybe you need a union to help you with that. But if I go in there and say, hey, I'm looking for a job. Yeah, here's a 50-pound bag. Can you lift it up? Yeah. Okay, you got the job. You want it? Okay, what does it pay? It pays more than almost anything else around here, and it's got great benefits. You want it? Yeah, I'll do it. Pick up my bag, and now I don't like it. Pay me more. Well, wait, you just told me what it was. I agreed, and now I don't agree anymore. Like, and so I know there's no easy answers. Like nurses, okay, I don't think you should be allowed to go on strike. We need you, but I think you should be paid more because we need you. Okay,
But
all right.
at the same time, if you have a contract, labor contract, an employment contract, right? You agree to those terms. You agree to what you're doing. You agree to the job description. You agree to the wages. And if you want more raise, then you did negotiate with them. If they said no, then you opt to get another job. Or, yes, if you join a union, then you can start striking saying, we collectively or feel now we're underpaid. But so somebody else comes in and says, okay, well, I want that job. You don't want it because you feel you should get paid more, but I want it. I have the same qualifications as you, maybe not quite as much experience, but I'm willing to work for that. So, as an employer, again, you just, you let the other guy and let the new one come in.
Again, so there you go. No easy answer. So now someone who's got healthcare experience, okay, you're going to have to leave your city because everyone in the city is going to pay the same. So might have to leave your country. You go to another country, your qualifications aren't recognized. So now you're driving a taxi. It's like, and then everyone working in the hospital is a newbie. They were driving taxis. Now they're working in the hospital. They don't know what the hell they're doing, and the guys driving taxis don't know how to drive taxis. It's all fucked up. Like, there are no easy answers, man.
Yeah, no, it's true. But
again, but we're wise old bastards. We're supposed to give the answers. So, here's the answer. Here's the answer. If it adversely affects Kevin or myself, don't fucking do it. Otherwise, have at it. Go get as much as you can.
But that's true. I mean, it's your opportunity. It's always an opportunity cost. If you feel you can get a better job somewhere else, go for it, right? But if you can't, and you have to see that, you're taking that chance. Hopefully, usually, okay, as an employer, right? We were employees. We are employers. So if we value our employees, we will raise their salaries. We will give them bonuses. We want to keep them. If you're terrible, we'll get rid of you. We don't want bad employees. As simple as that. We want good people. And I'm sorry, I hire people and I let people go if they don't perform. And I always say that when they start, I said, you have to perform. If you don't perform, we will let you go. Simple as that. And so we give them a certain time period to prove themselves. And if they do, great. We give them in there. They give them some extra money when they confirm. And we give them bonuses, blah, blah, blah. But, if they don't perform, we don't. Simple as that. And we let them go and look for other people. It's just business. It's not that we're trying to do, we're not here to take care of people. We're here to make care of the business, which then takes care of you, takes care of the people, takes care of whatever the clients and the people you employ. Simple as that. So if you don't like it and you feel you're mistreated or something, then you have the right to negotiate with the employer. And of course, that's the fundamentals. But if you want to join a union system, then it's got to be fairly big of a company to have that kind of union systems. But I'm not against unions either. But it has to be practical because as a worker, you're paying for that union guy. And what's he doing? You're paying him money, you know? So you're losing your money because you're paying somebody else to fight for your rights, but he's just usually collecting your money and not doing a whole lot anymore anyway. You know, it's very, very, very limited. So
Yeah,
it's something interesting.
I don't.
We
have
kind
a
of got
lot
off track from 2025.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's true. So 2025, we're going to say no union. No, all unions. No, some unions. No, same as now. 2025 is the same as now, except the number at the end of the digits is different. That's all. Nothing else going to change.
No. 2025 is another year. We just hope to make it better. Make it better for yourself, too. You know, the usual resolutions. So, self-improvement. If you feel you want to lose weight, go lose weight. You don't have to wait for January, like you said. You can start now. But, yeah, really do something, you know. Everybody says that they claim that typically resolutions go for about a month to a month and a half, 2 months max, and then all of a sudden, poof, gone. It usually doesn't last that long. So usually January is if you're doing your resolution, you really stick with it in January. By February, maybe. So again,
yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons that for me that a new year doesn't mean a new thing, because it is that. I mean, if there are things you want to achieve, you should be evaluating yourself all the time.
True.
And improving yourself doesn't. Improving yourself can even mean doing a less good job. If improving yourself, you look at yourself and say, "I'm fucking miserable. I want to stay at home, watch TV more. So I don't want my high stress job. I want to go work at McDonald's and go home and watch TV." That can be improvement if that's what it is for you, right? So you have to evaluate yourself. No one else can know what you want. I mean, we know what you need. You need some money and some food. But other than that, what would you need to make you happy? You're the one who knows that.
Right.
So you got to work on that like all the time. And it's easier if you do it all the time. If you wait to do it once a year, and then, like you said, you deprive yourself for a month and a half, and then it all blows up, and you feel like shit because you didn't stick to your resolution. I don't see what good that does you.
Yeah, but you said you should do what makes you happy. That's part because we're a finite life. So what makes us happy? We're beer hunters. Is beer. Okay, that's good. But at the same time, everything's in moderation. So if you're, the idea of the alcoholism and stuff, that's a bit too much. But enjoy life, yin and yang.
Yes, nope. But I've never been a big fan of moderation. It's like I think that's one of those things that comes with age. I think
we talked about that. Actually, we did talk about that in Mexico the first time we did a Mexican job. We talked about
extremism, which can be done properly, like as sports or whatever, right?
Yeah,
it's excellent. So it's vocabulary. I get most people wouldn't agree with us when we call it extremism, but if you're doing something to the extreme, even if it's positive, you can say it's there's a way to say it's extremism.
Yeah, I mean, but it's, professional players are usually extremisms. I mean, or else you'll never be professional. Simple. Whether you're golfing or basketball or whatever. I mean, you got to also be real tall. Football players, soccer, football, or American football, whatever.
That's kind of like the union thing a little bit. Yeah. Like if you don't have the drive to be that extreme, to be number one in something, so you're not jealous of someone who's like a basketball star making $100 million. You know that he's doing something that you can't do. Right? Yeah. You're not as good as that. So it's okay. But if you're like carrying a bag of mail around and someone else is doing a job that you can't do, you get mad at that. It's like, how come management is making like $85,000 a year and I'm only making $75,000 a year for carrying around a fucking bag? I'm not letting this go.
Good point.
I'm having a hard time letting go of this one. It's like really, no, man. It's like that. I'm sorry, and any posties watching this, I'm sure if you can convince me that I'm looking at it all wrong, go ahead. But
Yeah.
it's not like you're the one doing the setting up the IT to make sure it all works, which is a skill not all of us have. So, okay, you put in the years to learn, or you just had the aptitude, whatever. You're doing something I can't do. I shouldn't be jealous of you. It's like, if I'm jealous, I should be trying to learn what you do and beat the shit out of you and get it better, do it better, take your money. But just to say, oh, you should give me the money. It's like, you went to school for it, and I carry a bag, and I'm saying, no, you got to give me money because
Yep.
It's not like that. You want something. If you deserve it, you absolutely should get it. Safety net, absolutely. Up here in Canada, we have a little different view on competition. That's why we don't have as many world-beating companies, because we don't eat our young quite the same way Americans do, right? We recognize that if you have the drive, you should be making more money, but we also recognize if you don't have the drive, you're a human being. Let's make it a little bit more, not equal, but a little less unequal, right? So make sure you have a decent life, even at the bottom. It's okay. Not a great life, but make sure you have an okay life. But we don't have the drive here in general that you see in the States or in Asia to just like, eat your young and just go, make it to the fucking top. And then which is fine. And as long as we can all sit here in Canada and say, that's okay, man, we're fine. We've got like a nice life, pretty fucking good. Don't be jealous that we're not all flying around in G6s or G7s or whatever they are now. Just like, okay, we fly commercial.
G-strings.
G-strings.
I don't know what that plane's
again,
called.
that might be something that comes with age too. I mean, I used to be a lot more driven when I was younger. I used to chase money a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. When I was chasing money and working harder and chasing money, I had money. The more I chased money, the more money I had. Now I don't chase it nearly as much, and I have a lot less coming in. I'm happy, but in a different way. I was happy when I had money to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do, but I didn't have the time. Now I got time.
That's true.
Not the money. It's like, again, you got to look at yourself. And if you make the decision and it was the wrong one, change your decision, go back or whatever. But I can't sit here and say, okay, I'm not working 90-hour weeks anymore. Where's my fucking $80,000 a month I used to make? Where the fuck is it? Somebody pay me?
Yeah.
No, I chose to get off that treadmill. So it's like, okay. So I think that everyone, again, you have to look at yourself, man. Look at yourself.
Yeah, I think this is a problem in different between business and corporate and government, right? We're all business, so you work as hard as you want to earn what you want, right? The more you put in, the more you can earn. The more effort you put in, the more stuff you can get out. But then you have to put that balance of how much do I really want to work? Do I really want to do this? And I have to do this. And again, go to see this client, that client, or just say, screw it for a while. I want a week off or whatever. Versus because you have the control to make more money because you're working harder. You're opening 5 stores instead of 1 store or whatever. But it's a lot of effort, right, to do that. So you can earn more money to do that if you have 5 stores versus, the Mexican fisherman, right? Exactly, Mexican fisherman thing. But in the government, very different, right? Because the government, you sit down to do your job. There's no incentive to do much more than the minimal, right? What you have to do. So the people that do a lot more against the people that do little, the guys that do little are really pissed at the guys that do more because they're outperforming them, but at the same time, maybe they're getting the same page, but they pay, but they make these guys look really bad because they could be doing a lot more. In the government sector, that's a big thing. It's as bureaucracy is, I got my job.
Yeah,
if I take 10 minutes to do this or,
big business,
the DMV, right? If I take 20 minutes to give you a license,
hiding in every business, every big business has got that.
Yeah.
I look at where my daughter works. It's a big nationwide business, and it's kind of like that, where she's not appreciated by her coworkers because she's doing, by her own admission, she's putting in about 67 to 68% effort. And by doing that, she's still outshining people who've been there for 30 years by so much, and she can't back off. She's trying. When it's in your nature, you can only back off so much, right? And when you look at it, it's like, it's amazing. It's amazing how much fat there is in every big corporation. You would think that the world is super efficient, but it's not yet. It's really, truly not. It's just not.
Yeah, that's true. Even corporations, like you said, the big ones have those layers of bureaucracy in the corporation themselves, act like a government. It happens. Yeah, I hear that quite a bit. But I was never, well, yeah, I was in a big corporation once, but yeah, and it's a pain in the ass. That's true.
Yeah.
But as a small business, you got to do what you got to do to stay in business and work what you got to do.
Yeah. And what we got to do is in January drink beer, because Wise Old Bastards.
I think it's about time.
It's,
Yeah.
Wise Old Bastards and Beer Hunters International. All right. So there you go. The year 2025. Yeah. I'm excited about 2025 now. That's what 2025 is going to be. It's a year of Wise Old Bastards, Beer Hunters International, getting drunk for pay.
Get paid for it. Get sponsors.
Well, it's full circle for me, because I used to, for decades, I used to drink for a living.
Yeah.
That's what I did, right? I was entertaining clients all the time. And 7 days a week, I'd be out till 1, 2 in the morning in all kinds of places in all kinds of countries doing drinking things.
Exactly.
Drinking things.
Never mind. Yeah.
Doing drinking things. And then I kind of backed away from that for quite some time, 10, 15, it must be almost 15 years since I really kind of stepped away from all of that. So now it's full circle. I'm going back into drinking for a living, starting in 2025.
Yep. 2025 should be a good year. We're looking forward to it. And I think we got to wish everybody a happy new year and prosperous new year and good health and take care. And if you have some time, come down to Puerto Vallarta early January. Have a beer with us.
We'll be easy enough to. Puerto Vallarta's not that big. If you're interested,
not too big.
Drop us a message. Drop us a line here. We'll make sure we get this up before we leave.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can sort out meeting somebody somewhere. In the meantime, 2025 is on its way.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a
good one.
A good one.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right.
Adios. Happy New Year.
Adios. Goodbye, everybody. Happy New Year.
All right.